I'm Negeen. I am going to be sharing with you 5 really simple ways for you to become your own soulmate and learn to really love the person you're gonna be with for, well, till the end. I feel like I just threatened all of us. Anyway, but this video is super special. Well, I'll get into it. There was this museum in town that I absolutely wanted to go to for the longest time. And I put it on my to-do list and I was like, no, I want to experience this with someone special. Like, I don't want to go to this museum unless it's like a date or with someone that I'm seeing, because it'll be a first and we'll have a shared experience. Very recently, I realized that I've been doing this a lot. I have been putting my life on pause in a way, right? Like, I was holding off on experiences knowing that, oh, maybe one day I can do this with someone. So that was kind of sad. Like, your girl was just paused indefinitely. And you know what? I finally went and like, I had that experience with myself, right? Like, I didn't want to wait another year to add on to the years that have passed that I've been wanting to go to this museum, and I can have these really fun experiences with someone else. I can do it with myself, and that was pretty special. So my challenge for you is, what is something that you've been kind of putting off that you wanted to do with someone, you haven't gotten a chance to? For example, some of my things would be going to the movies alone. Yeah, I want to do that, and I think it would be such like an out-of-body experience. I'm a simple gal. Going to a pottery class by yourself, if you've been wanting to do pottery but like you can't find a friend to do it with, that would be a great example. It really starts with unpausing your life. That would be the best foundation to start from, because once you start pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and no longer waiting for someone to join you on life's adventures, I think that's truly where the blissfulness and the joy comes back in life. That was pretty deep. This next one is something that I actually never expected to be something special, and I know I'm gonna get an eye roll in a moment here, but every morning, very recently, oh, I have it right here. Every morning, very recently, I wake up and I make my coffee, and maybe I'll play music, maybe I'll not, and then I'll sit in this spot on the couch and I'll pick up a book that I'm reading. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've been plagued by this book. It's called Anna Karenina, and it's just hilarious because it's an 800-page book that I've been trying to read for almost 2 years now. Your gal is almost done. Anyway, the point of this is, every morning I consistently have quality time with myself. By doing so, I'm drinking, oh my God, I have everything here because I did it this morning. This is so perfect. It's truly the little things. There is just something really special, honestly, in spending this little moment with myself. I feel like the days kind of get away from you. Technology gets in the way, right? Like, I wake up and I immediately go on Instagram and I'll watch a TikTok video or something, and my day just begins. Finding a way to just sit and have my coffee while reading a book, just even a few pages, was something that was really special. It's these moments that really make me appreciate my own company. It reminds me that I don't often need someone to be in my presence to be having a really good time. There's a really big difference of like being idle while working or like waiting, but it's so different when you're choosing to be with yourself and present in a moment, not distracted by like technology. So I challenge you to find where is a pocket of time in your schedule where it is quality time with yourself, right? Like, I really like chopping up and prepping dinner. That's another way that I spend quality time with myself. It could be translated in different ways for you, but just as you would spend quality time with a significant other or someone that you like absolutely love, like your soulmate, do it with yourself, because you know what, you guys, this is bliss. You know how much I read this morning? Let me tell you, and it was enough for me. I read maybe half a page. I literally read half a page. It was enough. I was like, you know what, Anna Karenina, I'm good for this morning. But it was like, it was nice. I was reading this book and it was basically saying, you know how if you have a guest over and you're preparing a dinner, you're cleaning your whole place up, you're getting ready for company, they were basically saying, do that for yourself. Like, get all the groceries, make your dinner, prepare your home as if a guest is coming, but really it's all for you. Like, I was like, oh my God, because we spend so much time putting an effort in ourselves for other people. I could really be speaking for myself, but for this one and being your own soulmate, it's really to like romanticize yourself. It's all about loving yourself and loving like the beauty that you have within and outside. So if the dinner thing isn't really your jam, this next one I think is like an obligation. And in order to romanticize yourself, you have to find the beauty in like who you are on the outside. I know. And that is getting naked. I know. And like looking at yourself. I have so many conversations with people who they don't really like admire themselves in front of a mirror. You literally don't have to be like, you know, a model. It's kind of interesting. I do this all the time. I do it for myself, right? Like I am in my own zone. And I think that the best challenge for you is one day, be naked, stand in front of your mirror and literally just like admire yourself and compliment yourself, feel yourself. Like it's okay. It's okay for you to like be uncomfortable like doing this. But anytime I looked at myself in the mirror, I could hear myself in my head saying the rudest and cruelest things that I would never say to anyone. I wouldn't even think it about anyone else. But the fact that I would look in the mirror and I would just be like, ew, even as a joke, it would just was like killing me. So something that I recently did that like really changed my life was I just looked in the mirror and I was like, you are beautiful. You are at your prime. Years down the line, you're gonna wish you had kinder eyes looking at yourself right now. And I just kind of accepted how I am and how I look and all of me. And I just was like, F it, like this is it. I literally cannot change. Even if I did change, I would still be like the Negeen that I am. And I was kind of done. I was done punishing myself for like who I am and how I looked. And it just, I don't know if you empathize with this part in particular because I am very, very cruel to myself. Like my soulmate journey, my self-love journey has taken literally like 28 years for me to now sit here, not at my ideal weight, not at like how I ideally want to look or whatever it is, like the vanity of it. But I honestly, like after having a heart-to-heart with myself in a mirror, talking to myself, I had my aha moment and I was like, this is my prime. It's not gonna get better than this. You know what I mean? Like as years go by, we're just gonna turn into a raisin. So I'm going to enjoy where I'm at now and be just gentle and kind. That was a lot, but you know what? It's nice to hear someone say that once in a while. So romanticize yourself, find those qualities that make you beautiful and make you you, and just appreciate them a little bit more. This next one is called Share Your Ugly. Not share that you're ugly, but share your ugly. And I'm ugly. I actually find that the best way where we connect with others is when we are vulnerable, right? Like when you put a guard down and you share a piece of your heart with someone, it inherently makes you feel closer, right? Like I'm not wrong. Like don't test me, but I'm not wrong. And part of this, you know, process of being your own soulmate is there are things deep in our soul which I actually don't think a lot of us really address with ourselves. And this one I feel very confident about. Every year I'm struggling with something deep into the abyss of my soul that I kind of need to like address because I'm lashing out in really weird, obscure ways. Being able to address what was really upsetting me with myself, that was interesting. I wrote down literally everything that was even horrible to say out loud. I just kind of like said, F it, like I'm gonna write this down, no one's gonna see this but me. And I just chose to be really vulnerable with myself and be really like lay my soul out there. And it was so bizarre. I shared my ugly and nothing changed. I still loved myself and I still respected myself. And if anything, I felt closer and more connected with who Negeen is. So if there are emotions buried deep in your soul, maybe you don't really know what they are, there's something about just like putting it on from pen to paper. It's really different than typing it out or like texting it out, but I think it would be something worth trying. Okay, this last one is, I had to put this one in here because I want you to think about like when you're with your soulmate, whether your soulmate is your friend, your significant other, a pet, whatever, giving love to your person, your thing or whatever is something that is just like, it's just so nice. And I think that we often neglect ourselves. We forget to treat ourselves. We worked hard really one week and we don't really like reward ourselves. Treating yourself can honestly be, it could be small, it could be big, right? Like if it's gonna cost $35 for you to Uber and hang out with your friends for just a couple hours, do it. You know, if you know it's gonna make you happy, do it. Just as much as you would put energy into others and the work that you do, I want you to put it into yourself. Treat yourself, love on yourself, take yourself out, and then in the end of all of this, you will realize that you're okay being alone, and it's okay being your own soulmate. You know what? I am my own goals. Honest to God, if I were a guy and I knew all the parts of me, I literally would have proposed like 2 minutes ago. Like, that's why I'm so perplexed when someone doesn't feel the same. I'm like, do you know who I am? I'm a great gal. And I got to this point because I learned how to love myself again and how to appreciate my own company and how to be my own soulmate. And you know what? When I meet my soulmate, I know that I literally will be a blessing in their life. Because I already have me. You know what? It took me 28 years to be able to say that. Like, I literally like, whew. Anyway, with all of that said, yesterday was Valentine's Day and I shed a tear. I was like, you know what? This day is grim, but it's not because I still was so content with myself. I had a nice little evening and that's okay. So anyway, with all that said, I hope that you love yourself in the process just a little bit more. And I hope this video was helpful. Hey, you know what? You're your own best friend. And if you're not, well, boo, you gotta learn how to be because you and yourself are in this for the long run. And again, I've preached this once and I'll preach it again. There will be one day far in the future where you're old and you're a raisin sitting on the couch. Your significant other has already died before you. I'm so sorry. And you're just hanging out with yourself. That's literally my grandma right now. She is just like alone with herself. She had 6 kids. She's never been alone. And now is the only time in her life where she's ever been alone. And it's hard. But if you start now appreciating your own company, in the future, you'll be fine. Was that a really bad note to end off on? I don't know. But I'm excited for all of our journeys with ourselves. And yeah, oh my God. I really can't tell how this video is turning out, but I really hope you like this type of video. It was something a little bit different. If there are other video ideas, suggestions, comments, thoughts, let me know. What did you think of this video? Are you your own soulmate? Because I can confidently say that I am my own. And if you have found your soulmate, let me know. Any tips for those out there who are just needing some extra love, put it down below. Thank you for watching, and if you're not subscribed, honestly, like, what are you doing here? I just poured my entire heart out and you're not subscribed? Are you absolutely kidding? Okay, bye.